Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be exploring part of a huge topic that's very relevant to recovery journey, and that is body image. Now in recovery, body image is a big topic. Body trust is a big topic. I've explored some elements of these in other videos, but today I'd really like to talk about something that I think is really helpful when you are in the process of neurally rewiring your brain and rebuilding and reconnecting with the trust that you can have in and with your body. Often we talk a lot about the behaviours that you have to disengage with when you go into recovery. For example, body checking, weighing yourself, holding on to clothes that do not serve today you, all sorts of different behaviours that you may be engaging with that may be upholding negative body image and or fear of weight gain. And we talk a lot about having to disengage with them. Now, something I think is very important alongside this is to be getting clear on what you are going to be doing instead. And I like to summarise that quite simply as making it your mission to make friends with your body and yourself. Treating yourself as you would a friend, treating your body as you would a friend's body. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but in this video, I wanted to explore 6 ways in which I did this in my recovery journey, with the hope that there may be something from these that you can take away and utilise in your own journey. So, let's start with number 1, speaking kindly to yourself. It's so easy to get into a habit of being mean to yourself. I think just in general in the society that we live in, with the pressures around and the shoulds and the judgment and all these things, it can be very easy to slip into a habit of talking nastily to yourself. And with an eating disorder, that is only intensified. So something that I found really helpful was making it my mission to start speaking more kindly to myself. If you think about it, if you had a friend and they were doing something, maybe they were having a go at something new, they were getting outside their comfort zone, and they were struggling with it. They were finding it hard. Maybe they slipped up. Maybe they had a few setbacks. Now, if you, on communication with this friend, sort of just gave a barrage of abuse, said, why are you bothering? What's the point? You're a waste of space. This is so pointless. How could you ever think you were going to do this? You're never going. How would they feel? Pretty rubbish. And yet, often, we talk to ourselves like that. We have a slip up, a setback. We face a challenge. Something doesn't go as we'd hoped it might go, and we instantly attack ourselves. Now, there is value in brutal self-honesty, of course. I talk about that a lot. But there is a huge difference between gathering up evidence and learning, being honest with yourself about these things, and just attacking yourself. So this first point is all around speaking kindly to yourself, talking to yourself like you would a loved one, a friend, someone who you would be offering advice and encouragement and support and celebration to, really channeling that energy in your self-conversation. And this is a practice that you can expand beyond just your self-conversation into your journaling, into affirmations, into a gratitude practice where every single morning you write down 1 or 2 things that you are proud of yourself for, that you like about yourself. This is something that you have to get intentional about. Behaviour change does not happen passively. Like with every other element of this journey, you have got to, as I said at the start of this video, make it your mission to do these things. Get really proactive about it, really intentional. And it may well feel really at first. Everything does when you're first starting something. But keep going. Make it something that you commit to, that you go and you repeat. But keep going. Commit. Embrace the fact that it may feel messy and chaotic and incongruent at first, but keep going, keep practicing, and it's amazing what impact that commitment and that consistency can have with time. Number 2, listening to yourself. Every relationship ever is built on trust, and a key component of trust is listening to that person, listening to their needs, listening to their feelings, and this is no different with your body. So a really important part of making friends with yourself and your body is actively and intentionally listening to what your body needs, whether that is hunger, whether it is tiredness, whether it is feeling burnt out, whether it is any spectrum of emotional state that you may be in, really making space for that state and listening to what your body needs in that moment. Another component of this is listening to your core self, your gut instincts, and acting in alignment with those. This whole concept of listening to and honouring your body and yourself is so important, and it's something that, again, is going to take practice. You're going to have to show compassion to yourself as you navigate this, as you practice something that may well feel quite new to you, depending on where you are at in your journey so far. But it is absolutely central to this concept of making friends with yourself. Number 3. Look after yourself. This follows on really directly from the listening. It's the listening and then the honouring. So looking after yourself, meeting your needs, prioritising your needs, setting boundaries around things where necessary, remembering that boundaries are like fences. With some people and in some situations, all you're going to need is a nice little picket fence. That's all you'll need. And that will be respected and honoured and listened to. With some people and in some situations, you might need to build, metaphorically build, a 10-foot wall with razor wire on the top. And so it's a really, really important thing to practice in recovery, setting boundaries and setting them according to the person or the situation that they are related to. And in addition to meeting your needs, I want to make special reference to the necessity for prioritising time for rest and relaxation. This is something that's very, very, very important in recovery, but is also super relevant to your life beyond this journey, your recovered life. Rest and relaxation is imperative to be able to turn up to the rest of your life as your best, happiest self. And so often in this culture that we live in, where hustle is often so dominant, we really have to be protective of our human need for rest and relaxation. Number 4 is making time and space for the things that bring you joy. For me, over the last few weeks, this has involved spending time with the wonderful Ida, who came to spend a week's holiday with us, playing lots of Hogwarts Legacy on the Xbox, which I absolutely love. I am obsessed with this game. It is so, so good. Also, seeing friends, spending time with loved ones. I think that part of making friends with yourself and your body is absolutely cultivating time to focus on the things that bring you joy, the fun, the play. This is something that may well look quite different whilst you are in recovery to how it will look when you are beyond your recovery journey, when you're recovered. But creating time and space for joy absolutely is such an important part of making friends with yourself. When I was in recovery, this looked a lot like lying on the grass in the garden with the dogs all around me. It looked a lot like playing on the Xbox and watching films. It involved lots of cinema trips because I love the cinema. It involved driving to pretty spots and having picnics. It involved getting friends over and having movie nights. There were all sorts of ways in which I could cultivate joy and play and fun whilst I was also prioritising recovery. So wherever you are at in your recovery journey, get curious about how you can make space for your core self's joy. Get curious about how those things may need to be different whilst you are prioritising recovery. And remember, if where you're at the moment means that your joy is centred on food, that's okay. Lean into that. Make space for that. Plan the pizza nights. Plan the going out for those meals that you want to go to. Plan the cinema with the pick and mix and the popcorn. Plan the things. Prioritize and center joy where you are able to, in whatever ways that you can. And remember that this may look different and may feel different while you are in recovery, whilst your body is in that healing phase, than it may do beyond and out of that. But what stands true is the you who is making friends with yourself is centering and prioritizing that joy and that fun and that play. Number 5 is be your cheerleader. This links a little bit back to the first one about speaking kindly to yourself, but this one is very much more from that empowerment and encouragement perspective. You need to be your own cheerleader. That encouragement, that empowerment that you would send to a friend so freely and easily and naturally, you deserve and need to practice channeling that to yourself. Connect with your dreams, your goals. I did a video somewhat recently where actually for a whole month, every day I would write 5 different things that I wanted, 5 goals, 5 dreams. And it was really interesting to me how the month of doing that made me feel so much more connected and embedded with what I really want. But any way in which you feel that you can connect with your goals and your dreams can be really valuable. So be your cheerleader. Send yourself, through your self-conversation, all of the positive vibes, all of the encouragement, all of the empowerment. And remember as well that a big part of this is pushing yourself out of your comfort zones in order to grow in the direction that you want to go. Think of the friends that you have that maybe they've got dreams or goals that they share, and your knee-jerk response is to encourage and empower and motivate and celebrate the excitement of that. That's what you need. That is what I encourage you to channel for yourself. And again, like I've said previously, it's going to take practice. It may well be clunky and messy and at first, but the more you do this, the more normal and natural it will become. The more your celebratory, supporting, cheerleader self-conversation will dominate over the self-attack conversation. And finally, number 6. Do nice things for yourself. Now, obviously, this is a very individual thing, and each of you will have your own ways of exploring and actioning this. Some of mine would be going out to places that I really enjoy going to, spending time with people who I really love, catching up with friends and family. It could also be cooking a really nice meal that I like. It could be going down to the local Oxfam bookshop and getting myself a handful of new books to devour. It could be writing post-it notes and sticking them around with empowering messages when I know that I just need a bit of a pep. It could be making myself a little playlist and actually just sticking it on and having a little sing in the shower. It could mean delegating some of the things that I've got on my to-do list to people that might be able to support me or help me with that. Doing nice things for yourself is absolutely central to making friends with yourself and your body. So I encourage you to get curious about what doing nice things for yourself might look like. Check in with your core self. See what they say. Think about what nice things you might do for other people, friends, partners, family who you love. Maybe look at extrapolating that information and practicing it for yourself. And what about seeing this as a daily commitment? That actually moving forwards, you say every day you're going to do at least one nice thing to or for yourself. Get curious, get exploring, and prioritize this as another way that you are making it your mission to make friends with yourself and your body. And so, with that, I'll wrap up this video. The 6 things that we have covered for making friends with yourself and your body are: 1. Speaking kindly to yourself. 2. Listening to what yourself and your body needs. 3. Looking after yourself, honouring those needs. 4. Making space for fun and play and joy. Number 5. Being your own cheerleader. And finally, number 6. Doing nice things for yourself. I hope that you found this helpful. Please do let me know in the comments below if there's anything else that you'd like to add to this list. And until the next time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a wonderful day.